subscribed for 8 months.
Very good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Oop, let me fix this mic. There we go. How you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Duncan Thrax, thank you so much. Thank you for the Gigantify bits, followed with the Tier 1 sub and the 100 bits. I appreciate that. If they would just honor hype trains for one person, that would be great. Hecho, with the 10 stream streak. The ultimate lurker. How you doing, man? Welcome in. Kirby Pink, good to see you there. Killick. Well done, yes. Oh, well, thank you very much for that. All of you. I hope you all had a great week so far. I know it's only 2 days in, but hey, you started off with a bad week, it's hard to recover. If you're starting off good, well, keep it up. Let's see. So tonight it's Tuesday, which means LucasArts or Sierra, and we're going to return to Monkey Island. Even prepared for this one. So the best I can determine on Return to Monkey Island, because I know nothing about the game other than what we've seen last Tuesday, is this is Guybrush, I guess, technically, 25 years later. And he's now got kids, and he's telling his kids stories about his adventures. And I guess this is how the adventure starts. We only finished the first part 1, as it said. Started part 1. So anyway, let's see what happens, because I want to try 2 things actually. I want to see if a controller works with it. Actually, it should tell me on Steam, shouldn't it? So I'm curious if it'll work with a controller or not. We can test how well that works. Yeah, it does support controller. Hey, Crudus. The game with the awful art style. Yeah, it definitely seems to irk people in the art style. But I'm looking past any of my potential feelings about that, and I just want to play the game. I want to see what the story's all about. The voiceovers are it's the cast is still the same, right? With the exception of LeChuck himself. Unfortunately, he
got a fire on our hands.
But yeah, all right. We'll let this get a little crispy, and then we'll start the game. Nicomancer, how you doing? Good so far today? Still a bit stressed over the... Yeah. Are you in Cali, or are you nearby? That sucks. No Earl Bowen. Yeah. No. Sorry. Had to talk to the cat. I think I ended up having to capture this with my full desktop. Hang on a second here. Be good, Mystic. Be nice, boy. Oh, wait a minute. I understand why. Hang on a second. Let me see. I don't know why that wasn't. Okay, so I do need to grab the full screen. Hey, Dark Max. At this time, he was only retired, not deceased. That's true, he was retired, but wasn't he not doing well at that point? He could have just been retired. Mystic, no. Good boy. Pod gang! Alright, well, that's obviously not working, so full screen capture it is. I gotta remember that for next week. Where the... Mystic, go on. Alright, there we go. Okay, so supposedly controller works. Oh, look at that. Nice.
Do you remember where we were?
You live near enough to see the early stages of the fire from your street. Ooh, wow. That's rough. Well, Hecho, just stay safe. Do what you can to help. Meow! I know that's tall order. Kind of, but remind me a little.
Kind of, but remind me a little?
Okay. I was after the secret of Monkey Island, and I decided that the easiest path to the island was to sign on to crew on LeChuck's ship. I would mount a mutiny at some convenient time. There were 2 problems. I needed a mop to get the job, and they knew who I was. Now, back to the story.
Garvey says, Hecho, be safe. And I agree. And hey, Lazy Crypt and Spaceberry, how you doing? Actually, you know what? That's some snappy, like, this is like sprites. He just flips direction. There's no rotation. Just bam. Enter the International House of Mojo. The IHOM. Going out of business? And...
the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
You like how I have a Saturn and Konami while Rig has Commodore and Apogee?
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
Those were requested by other users, so I actually added them for them. Not that I don't know Konami, but I never had a Saturn. I never owned a Saturn. I had a Sega Genesis, but I never had any other Segas. I mean, ever since we last saw each other, it's been years. I'm going to search for the secret of Monkey Island. I'm planning to get on a ship with LeChuck. Any advice? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's going to get aboard a ship with LeChuck.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it
It's a
cost me
gift.
anything?
Pride, free will. Not much.
Not much.
The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
Well, that doesn't look good.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book
Donkey
for
Island.
guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
No charge. Let's see. Your sign says you're going out of business. What? I suppose you sell mops. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we got to get a mop. Okay.
Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Whoa, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
Well, the dialogue tree is definitely Monkey Island-ish.
How does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic powerful?
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Can dark magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts.
Nuts.
Where can I get my hands on some dark magic?
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush Threepwood.
Yep, he's gonna have some dark magic. I see it coming.
I don't suppose you sell mops.
I cannot guide you on matters of mops. The true master is the cook at the scumbar.
Let's see.
Can you use your talents to tell me how Eileen is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
God.
Are you able to see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals and the goals of LeChuck are aligned, as always. But
Gotcha.
his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Dark-er? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there.
I swear she talks like a politician. Is no answers, no real answers, no real information, just the same old crap.
Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us.
Almost.
But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Karina. Nice.
So we finally know her
Somehow It
name.
was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
Will I succeed?
Achievement depends mostly on the definition of success.
Got any other mystical advice or information for me? Stock tips or something?
The latest
No.
masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush! Go out and buy Loom today.
Oh, nice. Okay, so the audio should have been just a smidge over this. Spilled coffee on the internet. What? Who spilled coffee on the internet? I didn't spill any coffee on the internet. Just on the keyboard and all over my desk and all over the floor and all over me and, you know. You totally forgot her name was Karina. For some reason, I feel like I know her or knew her name was Karina, but I don't remember why. Good evening there, Winter Slice. How you doing? I was kind of hoping. We're back. How you doing, Sweezy Gun? I was kind of hoping when you did the Cobb Talks Loom redeem that it would give you one of the other two options that are in there. I want to hear it. Open my to-do list. Oh yeah, I need a hint. Aha! How do I get a mop? How do I join LeChuck's crew without being recognized? And never mind. So there's actually a built-in hint book. I guess sort of harkens back to the hint book option that you could buy for the original Monkey Islands back in the 90s. Hey, Craig Alive, how you doing? You hope the game treats me well? I hope it does too. It should. Ban that book.
What's cooking?
Yeah, I'm not going to use it.
Knowledge.
But it's nice to know it's there. I mean, if I absolutely have to use it, I will, but...
Next time I'm in a drum circle, this would come in handy.
Oh, cool. Okay. A nice
Too bad
basket.
it's empty. An empty basket. Should have
So
been here last month.
It highlights
It is
stuff.
a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very,
sharp
indeed.
indeed. Throws it to the fire. Let's go. I like how it puts little circles over stuff that you can
Crystal.
interact
Yeah,
with.
this isn't that kind of game.
This isn't that kind of game. What?
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game.
I don't know if I get that.
Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle.
And then the right joystick lets you select between the circles that are in view.
Not for me. Looks like it's been there forever. Not very practical. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
Ew.
No thanks. This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises.
They have all
But
gone.
alas, they have all gone.
I
Too
wonder.
bad you're sold out.
Yeah.
Magic disguise seems really useful.
I bet you.
Always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm
Hint,
sure
hint.
the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Fake adventure game and a true adventure game. All problems are solved with crystals. So this magic. Ooh, pick up the trivia card. The magic disguises. I bet you somebody on the island has one.
Next time I'm in a drum circle, this would come in handy.
All my merchandise is top
Top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy.
Can we call it a point and click if you play it with a controller? Funny thing is, I played Escape from Monkey Island with a controller. I found it easier, actually.
It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers. Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange,
Half of half of
aren't
half
you
off.
glad you're here? It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the
5
safe
keyholes.
is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
Safekeeping. Wah, ha, ha, ha. That's so funny.
The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
Let's see. What else do we have over here?
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When
forgiveness
no
frog.
apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
Yeah, it really does feel a bit intuitive. I can't say that it's that this is a bad interface. I mean,
Yeah,
oops.
It's too bad you're sold out.
There's all I'm sure.
Let's see. Do you know more about this? Okay.
Do you know more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye
Much.
patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
So clearly we need to go get the eye patch. But then the whole game looks like a mobile game. Yeah, I mean, I can certainly understand in some ways those circles. Like, for example, if you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's get out of the dialogue here. And then I will use the mouse cursor and see what happens.
Got any other mystical advice or information for me?
No.
Okay. Now then. So the mouse cursor, moving the mouse cursor doesn't put those circles over it, but it will point a line and hint that you can actually interact or click on it. I think I'll buy one of these. Oh, okay. I see. That's different. So what happens? Oh, I see.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
Okay.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Ancient
Threatening,
priceless
frightening,
artifacts.
stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
She got some serious rules.
Okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty.
There's a warranty?
Scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons. Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes,
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Holy crap. Okay. Hey, Chelna, how about you doing? A lot of crap could be prevented with a timely forgiveness frog. Ain't that the truth? How many wars could have been stopped? Marriages saved.
I've always been impressed by your chair.
Thank you.
He sat in it a few times, too. So let's see.
Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. I'd need a lot of keys to open that.
Okay, so it suggests that we need to open that at some point.
I'll take this disgusting shrunken head.
That's my last one. Quite the bargain.
Okay. Think we're done in here for the moment. Hey, Blackbird Twitch, you think the only thing your ancestors would hate you for is, like, is this what we evolved into? Guybrush. How you doing? Oh, it's Wally's Mops and More. Well, I guess we found the mops. But, let me guess, Wally, hey, he's got his monocle still.
Well, look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again, too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean
map
and
shop.
beyond.
I was wondering why Wally would be messing with mops.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is Maps and More, not Mops and More.
I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
Wally. He definitely had a rough time in this. It was the second one, I think it was, wasn't it? You wouldn't happen to have a map.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
Quick, throw the frog at him. Prevent a disaster. You're not wrong.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all.
Ha ha ha.
A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over.
Why does it feel like this
fun
is...
and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me, I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
Why is it the dark magic taking over kind of feels like it's taking a stab at the world events right now? The town seems to be pretty run down.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartogramographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Ooh, a monocle.
They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
He's like, you're not going to steal my monocle again. I'll just leave one here for you to pick up. Rev Brown, thank you for the 23 months. I appreciate that.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind.
Never mind.
This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
He finally figured it out. He's like, I'm not going down with this ship.
Ooh,
I went down with the last ship.
It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away.
Is it a galaxy?
What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable.
Reasonable.
This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next?
They buy the fan map.
I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. The first rule of piracy is, never buy a used treasure map. Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
What, has he turned paranoid? Is he like Mrs. Kravitz now or
Hey,
something?
Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
How many people get that reference? Hey, Mason, welcome in.
Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
It looks expensive. And shiny.
And
I like
shiny.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes.
Can't get enough mazes. Okay, there's... That looks like a compass and the globe.
Hey, Wally. Bye. Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
I didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
All the latest continents. Hey, how's it going, Telvatin? Mazes are fine. Just gotta trick the shopkeeper and follow him. Yeah. So it doesn't look like I can buy any... Oh, wait, there's a lamp.
I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel very strongly about that for some reason.
I feel very strongly about that. Meanwhile, on LeChuck's ship.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done.
Murray?
Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on
board.
Very well.
Yeah, it's not LeChuck. It is. It's not Earl Bowen. Earl Bowen was retired at the time this was being made, and didn't opt in for it, or didn't accept it. I'm not really sure of his reasoning. Maybe just because he was retired. But he also passed away shortly after the game came out, so he might not have been in shape to be able to do it.
Aye.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Okay.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
But I was just thinking about it, though. Right when I heard his voice, knowing that to begin with, I thought to myself, he's really not that bad. I mean, he does an okay job.
The note says, forced to
It's not
close.
right, but it's not
Thanks
bad.
for the memories.
Oh, wrong one.
The note says, forced to close. Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
Volcano Island with horns that swallowed a basketball. Guybrush never paid him his IOU. Wait, he didn't, did he? And this is where we actually met LeChuck for the first time, but he was playing the sheriff at the time. Oh, look, it's a trick.
Seems
Oh,
to be stuck closed. Employees only. It seems to be stuck closed. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Fester Shine Top, yeah. I'm going to be my next costume. Go this way.
A visitor!
Oh my god, it's Otis
Guybrush Threepwood.
and Stan. Why is Stan in jail?
Howdy, kid.
And Stan, Otis, old pal, you haven't changed much since I
Right.
last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at
In
all.
the other cell.
I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
New art
You didn't
style. Guybrush randomly picks something up. Most likely nothing, yeah. Stan in jail. I'd say that's what Coffee just said. He should have been in jail years ago. He's such a big news of going after the secret of Monkey Island.
Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway. For old time's sake.
For old
I
time's
would be
sake.
most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Yeah, he was in the other cell, the one where Stan is. In fact, the lock looks different on Stan's, like it's melted. I wonder if it's still the melted lock from when we poured the grog on there.
What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
Sadly, we can't see Stan's lock ourselves.
I I noticed you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing.
Oh,
I was just
dude.
picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Hang on a second. You're absolutely right. We'll fix that real quick. There it is. That is very melted. Yeah, exactly.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends.
Look at that Steam library.
Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make
It's
it my number
custard
3
night.
priority.
Number
Thanks.
3 priority. Otis is still picking flowers. Yeah, as usual.
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp without the clean parts.
Might I suggest the upper right corner of your streamer window? Yeah, actually, that might be the better place. That's why I got it on the upper half. We'll see how that goes.
How's your day going?
You know what? There you go. And
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
no escaping. There's no other rules, just no escaping.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
Right hat, man.
Where's the pirate hat? The pirate hat. Here it is. Right. Skyfall, how you doing? Welcome in. Sorry I missed your message there. Looks like about 15 minutes ago. I apologize for that. I got a little distracted by all the dialogue going on. There we go. At least seems more Stan-like than he's done in the last couple of installments. It's true. All right, where were we? What did you do that got you arrested? Oh yeah, there we go.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People! People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you okay.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
It's about time. Everybody says that. Everybody's saying the same thing. It's about time standing it up in jail. Didn't you used to have a law practice or something? That's right, he did, didn't he?
Law practice or something?
That's right.
Used to, but I was
Tales.
disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
115%. Wow, he really goes the extra mile.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing.
So we're going to have to find his toothbrush. Great, okay.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties.
Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. See you later.
Yep.
Okay.
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Ew.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
All right.
Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here.
I'll make it my number 3
It's
priority.
definitely advice.
I already copied.
You look like you're...
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
Looks like a health hazard. So there's more cryptic
I think
graffiti.
It's a chandelier. Looks sort of like an
This
eye.
is the new one, Adventure Josh, yeah. One that came out, what, a year and a half ago? Oh, there's the locksmith.
Welcome to my shop.
Hi there.
Let's see. How you doing,
At the
Adventure
end
Josh?
of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Jeez.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
What's this lock?
That's for hats. And please don't touch the glass.
Cranky, huh? Ooh, trivia card.
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
How do you do that?
What's that key?
That's for a lockable quiver. And please, don't touch the glass.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Doing well. I'm doing well. Yeah, not too bad.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, probably. There's a couple that's made me think I need to do it a second time, but I'll go back and we'll redo them. I'll probably end up doing them 2 or 3 times.
Locks.
If you have
some
to make a
point.
pun, at least make a good one.
one. Yeah.
What's that lock?
It's meant for bachelors to secure their apartments. And please, don't touch the glass.
What's that lock?
A special one that can open with any of 4 different keys.
What's that lock?
A famous lawyer used that to keep people from stealing his front doormat.
What's that lock?
That's
Way
for sealing a
past your
container
bedtime.
full of
Hey, shorty
evaporated
straw.
gas.
How you doing?
What's that lock?
It's for a small jazz band to lock up their gear.
What's that lock?
A special one that can open with any of 4 different keys.
It might start just
What's
repeating.
this lock?
A famous lawyer used that to keep people
Okay.
from pleased.
I see a peninsula trailing off.
It's southern Florida.
These are nice.
Thanks.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary, just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
Yeah, Shorty Straw. I've got to say, so far it feels like a Monkey Island game. The art maybe not fit is not as fitting as some would like, but other than that, everything else feels like a Monkey Island game. Really, it doesn't feel that much different.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
That's true.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Ah.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
The art's fantastic. Feels like a nice evolution from Curse. Yeah, I mean, I don't find it that bad. But a common complaint is the art.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones.
Whitey
She used to be
Bones?
the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
The art is fine. The only thing you dislike is Guybrush's obvious gray shaved beard. Would be better if it was skin color instead of gray. Yeah. And the red nose like he's an alcoholic. I can't quite understand that, but I guess that's more character direction than art style. Must be from Escape Enjoyers. Rum. Yes, Ossicle.
do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Are you sure?
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
All at once? How does that work?
All at once? Well, how does that work?
No idea. It's just a story. But I guess you'll find out soon enough.
Winter Slice, I like that. That's yeah, I can appreciate that.
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
You do like the art style in general. Yeah, I mean, it was so jarringly different initially. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And maybe that's one of the reasons why so many people do talk about the artwork, because it is so jarringly different. But it kind of grows on me, actually. The series has definitely had a lot of art styles. Yeah, I mean, you've got 2 with pixel art, 1 EGA. Technically, the first one went VGA at one point, but one was initially EGA, then VGA, using the same art style. Then you had Curse, which used an animated, like, cartoon style. Escape, that tried to get into the first-person, but not really first-person 3D style of art, but didn't really pull that off. Tails was good, kind of went back to that cartoonish look. Yeah, it's refreshing after how spare and empty the 3D ones felt, yeah, because the series is so loved. But going for more pixel stuff would have been better in your opinion, but you're okay with this too. Yeah, it's not bad. You ended up loving the art in this game. It feels very cozy. Everyone has a wrong opinion. Everybody has a right and a wrong opinion. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You're still not completely sold on the art style, but you respect the creative choice. And it didn't distract at all from the from this game in general so far. It's not so bad that you can't play it. We'll say that.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Anything is an improvement from 4. Yeah. Still better than the 3D ones. Oops, wrong one.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
I had no idea. Time to go break Otis out.
Hey, Guybrush. Hey, kid.
Let's see. Inventory.
They say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities.
The
Will not
authorities.
mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
Tails look pretty okay. Probably your second favorite Monkey Island art style, but
Word of
you can
advice,
see
kid.
why they
Stick to
didn't
the
use it
narrow
again.
straights.
It would have been pricey. Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't bad at all. I'd say I really appreciate the art, the pixel art style of 1 and 2, and then 3 being completely different in style was just
Jail
it was an
is like
excellent
a bad
choice.
breakfast. Small, greasy, and hard to swallow. No thanks, I'm about to be acquitted. Escaping looks bad.
Escaping looks bad. Oh.
At least the jail is well lit. Eeh, a spider.
A spider.
Darn it! I've been trying to
Ugh, it's that same spider. Ah, it's that spider again. Ugh, I simply don't like looking at that spider. Ah, every time I look at it, it's somehow worse. Yikes! Why do I keep looking at it?
Hot diggity, what a day,
Hang
huh?
on a second. I need that. Where'd it go? Personal favorite art
Just
style
makes
was
you wanna
3.
tap
That's
your
mine.
feet, doesn't it?
At least this jail has 2 lamps.
If they would have gone full pixel with this, yeah. But you imagine if they... I think it would have been good, too.
No offense, but I want to be sure you...
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. You should subscribe now.
I think it's a chandelier.
Oh, wait. Why are you going this
Hello,
way?
Mr. Brush.
Hiya.
All right. We'll park it right here. All right. Be right back after these ads. Don't go anywhere, and we'll continue with Return to Monkey Island. We'll return to Monkey Island. See in just a few. Oh, by the way, new music. Hey, Yuli. Hey, welcome back. Thank you very much for that. Personal favorite art style? Yeah, let's see. Anyone remember the shouts and complaints about the cartoony and unnaturalistic art style of Monkey Island 3 came out, but Monkey Island 1 and 2 were naturalistic? They just couldn't make the heads proportional in the few pixels? Yeah. I don't remember anybody complaining about Monkey Island 3, about Curse when it came out, but then again, I didn't really pay any attention to the reviews. I bought it because it was Monkey Island at the time. And I should save. And, but I could definitely see how they would complain. Maybe to reach wider audience, yeah. Oh, wait. Interesting. Okay. So, you don't know. Yeah, but that, I kind of see where Zozo's going with that, on that, Yuli. Mobile is a platform that game designers are interested, at least some game designers are interested in. Oh, no, it's her. Carla? Wait.
Guybrush Threepwood.
The Swordmaster Carla?
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
I had forgotten Carla was the governor of Melee Island now. Number of factors, the display size, the low cost per unit sold, and the need to have everything scale and resolution. I don't even know if that was their plan, but I mean, honestly, if it was, I don't blame them. I mean, think about it. There's more people that have more people with cell phones, smartphones, that could play this than computers right now. Might even rival the number of computers in all the consoles combined.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is, but there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation.
Scurvy.
I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine can handle it. She doesn't need me.
Elaine can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that, but it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Again?
I don't have it.
I don't have it. Yeah, the huge case of deja vu in Return came out. All the complaints and arguments were roughly the same, except fewer. The previous one was naturalistic claims, which was probably due to the full screen conversation pictures. Ah, yeah. But also just the aesthetic of what's accepted in the market, etc. Well, I mean, that's true in all cases, isn't it? Like, for example, the anime art style really started to take off. You know, the Japanese style of character drawings and things like that really took off in the 90s. And by the late 90s, early 2000s, it had started to kind of shift the art style here too. It just had that much power, and I can see mobile games having that same power now because of just the sheer number of them that are out there, crappy and good for that matter.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
Doesn't mean bad. No, exactly. It doesn't mean bad. I mean, it's just a different style. It might be bad to some people because they want something different, but, I mean, they're going to do what is selling, really, when it comes down to it. The mansion hasn't changed much.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there is... Yeah, many of them are junk. I guess you're referring to that. Many of them are junk. But you know what? I kind of liken it to the junkware phenomenon of the 80s and 90s for computer games because it's so easy to just throw something together for a mobile app or a game that anybody with an idea can create something, even if it's just copying somebody else's idea, especially if they can get hold of what they've already done.
Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last
Yeah, there's
book
always
you
going to be a
borrowed.
lot of junk.
I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
Making a masterpiece is hard. I mean, there's actual physical releases that were worse than junkware, like that piece of junk. I know it's backwards. It says Nerves of Steel. I will always and forever tout this as the worst shooter I have ever played. It's so bad.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
So...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Can I borrow a book?
You
It's all
never
cheap,
brought
bought-in
back the last
assets.
book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
Unity and I think Unreal kind of help with that, though, because they have their own library, right?
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Need a hint? No. We do have our horse armor. Maybe we can,
This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
At least we have our horse armor. Wait. I need her forgiveness. Time for forgiveness, Frog.
This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Ouch. Ouch. She rejected my... You can't do that. You can't reject my forgiveness, Frog.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Frog shut down. I realize that you are tough on toughness. I admire that you are hard on softness. I value that you're dedicated to dedication. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. I mean, he's... Oh. Blue Frog. She did that. There's an entire Marketplace sites for pre-made. Yeah, there's that too. I know because you bought a lot of icon packs over the years. It's kind of nice to make niche of adventure games so easily accessible. And Thimbleweed Park was fun to play on phone. Yeah. So I guess
I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
You frogged up. Everybody says how nice you are, and I always tell people how nice you are, and I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Wow.
And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
I guess the ubiquitousness of graphics acceleration these days that affected 2D game art styles. They now don't hand animate each frame and instead use something closer to the South Park animation technique, so it's more flat colors and fewer outlines. Yeah. There are definitely ways to make games for mobile without having your own look. While having your own look, and some games don't have to have their own look. But I mean, it's like, well, it's like... So, I mean, the same thing carries over into PC games, too, like Phasmophobia and House Flipper, utilizing the same assets. I mean, it's, you know... Or did, anyway. I think Phasmophobia has created a lot of their own over the past few years. But when they first came out, when it was still early... Well, initially came out, because it's still early access, I think. Promise to do better in the future. I've implemented a reminder system for myself. You scare the heck out of me. We're going to go with the...
I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
That started with, yeah, Flash animation, being able to tween bits without animating frame by frame. Okay, so I guess we now have a custom noted forgiveness frog.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
Oh, no. It's mostly Toon Boom these days, you think. Toon Boom? What the heck is that? Toon Boom, that's a name. Okay, so I guess I have to write something.
Dear Carla.
Sorry for blowing you up that one time.
Sorry for blowing you up that one time.
Gotta write out your frog message and start again. Toon Boom Studio, I think, was the full name. Ah, okay, it's an industry animation tool that is used by a lot of studios. Oh, okay. Okay. Learning something new.
I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
It's not the frog, but what the frog says.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me.
Let's see if she takes this now. Come on. Oops.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, what's this about blowing me up? I don't remember it quite like that. Anyway, I don't know why you're apologizing, and I'm not sure you know either. I reject your frog.
Okay, I kind of figured she was going to reject it because the whole thing starts with the book, right? So, dear Carla.
Dear Carla.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate your keen on bluntness. And I know that you're really nicer than people say you are.
Please accept my humblest apology.
You scare the heck
out of me.
Some reason that just feels right to put that on there. So now we're going to give her the...
This is for you.
Hey, Peter Steves. Hey, thank you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
Well, what the heck do you want, Carla? I mean, I'm trying to be nice, right?
It's a lot of work being governor. I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
Okay, so we have that. Oh, that's kind of cool. I just discovered something. Hey, Lazy Crypt, how you doing there? Now she's being picky, right? So I hit the D-pad, right? So I'm using the controller. I hit the D-pad, the left side. That brings up the dialogue, the last dialogue that was spoken. And then you can go up or down to scroll through the dialogue. So if you missed a message, you still have access to it.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it.
Endless tale of voyage that would not end, that figures. You missed that function? Yeah, I didn't. I just discovered it.
Includes Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. It's thicker than I would have imagined.
Can you go to the first dialogue in the game? Let's see. How far back does it go? I mean, granted, it doesn't give you any kind of order. No, it looks like maybe it only goes back so many messages. So, not perfect, but I mean, it could be handy.
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station.
I want to say that Baldur's Gate can do that. I want to say you can go through all the dialogue in Baldur's Gate as you
secrets
have
are
it.
revealed in this book.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island.
Lauder
Neckbeard.
Neckbeard.
Morals and overly lax regulatory policies helped make the island what it is today. I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal.
Frozen instant cereal? That sounds nasty.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy.
Edgy. Good God. You like the idea that there is non-instant cereal? Yeah.
It's soft and extra fuzzy. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Non-magical. It means it's probably magical.
It makes things look bigger.
Talk to pirate leaders to get money. Used wads of cash. Oh, you can't do that. Get her, find a ship. Join LeChuck's crew. Solved problem. Quartermaster recognizes me and won't hire me. Get a map. Seize LeChuck's ship at the earliest opportunity. Find the secret of Monkey Island and relive my glory days. Huh. Okay.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Hey, you Goonie. How you doing? You suppose classic oatmeal qualifies.
I admire that you are hard.
Couldn't
on
imagine
science.
thawing out frozen oatmeal to eat it. I don't like oatmeal when it's freshly made. The texture always gets me.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
I wonder if there is
I promise to do better in the future.
I wonder if this conversation between me and the Swordmaster is going to be kind of like the insult melee combat, because there may be comments that I can make that I'm not aware of yet, so it's not showing up. In other words, I will never be able to complete this till I figure out how to get more of those dialogues. Frozen porridge could work. Not in my book. But if you enjoy it, by all means. Doing great. Hope you're well. What year is this game? 2022. 2020. Was it 2022 or 2023? It was 2022, I think. It came out less than 2 years ago. All right, let's see if this will work.
This is for you.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Oh, so we're kind of getting somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong on my theory. And probably the final game in the series. Yeah, it's quite possible this is the last one they'll ever do. And also, Yuguni, it was done by the original creator too, so this is as official as it can get.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
What did I pick last time on this? Did I do realize you're tough on toughness, or I think I did. I admire that you're hard on softness.
I admire that you are hard on softness.
I can't remember what I picked. Oh, hell, I don't know which ones I chose. Oh, man, I just kind of went through it randomly. I didn't even really think that one through, and I nailed something right. I don't even know what it was.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I've implemented a reminder system for myself. This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
And what's better, Yuguni, is I have my horse armor DLC.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness. And I know
Going to
you're
check
really
out this
nicer
game
than
as
people
well.
say you are.
Nice!
Please accept my humblest apology.
And while it might not necessarily make purists to point and clicks happy, it works great with a controller.
You scare the heck out of me.
Okay.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a one. I reject your frog.
Ah! Damn.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
Now, I tried the other three.
Even though it wasn't really my fault.
Even though it really wasn't my fault. Okay.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, not really your fault? This isn't an apology. It's an excuse. I reject your frog.
Okay, well, see, thank you for giving me some feedback on that, Carla. Now I understand why you're not happy.
Dear Carla.
Just occurred to me. Hang on a second. This bit annoyed you quite a bit. Had to use a hint. Ah, yeah. Cool. Okay. I thought maybe Echo had it. But if you're looking to get this game, there's the link. And, of course, you can get it on Steam. You don't have to get it on GOG, but, I support GOG for their efforts, especially considering if you get it on GOG, you can actually download the installer and save it. You don't have to worry about DRM. Well, there are only 64 combinations. Surely you can just brute force this, then exploring to learn the answer somewhere. I mean, I could do it that way, but why would I do that? I mean, I feel like I'm on the verge of a solution here.
I value that you are dedicated to dedication. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are.
No
Please
affiliate.
accept my humblest apology.
It's been tough trying to get it lately for some reason. I worked on it for a couple of months last year, and I couldn't quite get what I needed, so I just kind of stopped. I might pursue it again this year. Maybe they weren't interested in adding more affiliates. I don't know. It might have changed. If you want a hint from someone who remembers the answer, I'll let you know, but thinking you want to do... Yeah, I'm going to see if I can work this out, because I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere.
I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
Oh, GOG affiliate. Yeah. I assumed it was GOG affiliate. I'm partner. I don't need affiliate for Twitch.
Dear Carla, this is a nice
It does,
sentiment,
Killick. It's a little book.
The only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your fraud.
Okay. Yeah, the hint system is the book inside your inventory, and you can actually go in and open it. I have yet to open it. I've not even bothered trying, but it's there if I want to.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And everybody says how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
I might just have to explore. I'm probably going to start repeating some of the same bad choices if I haven't already started doing it.
Dear Carla,
apparently it's a dry erase
nice
frog.
Sentiment, but the only I reject.
All right, I give up on that for now. We'll come back to that mystery later. There's plenty of other places I can explore. How you doing, Dimension Dude? Yeah, this so the dry erase frog apparently is useful for a number of people. Looks like we can do at least 3 of them.
Is gone. So is the cable to his island.
Oh,
that's just as well, given the worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage.
A worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage. To the deep, dark forest, where I'm sure I'll get lost.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
You know what? What did I just pick up? What did I just pick up? Oh my god, I didn't mean to do that. Ah!
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
That would be my guess. Probably a collecting card, but I don't know what it was. Oh no. Congratulations on what? I'll take the thank you. I'll thank you for that and take the compliment, but don't joke, but a shortage like that could bring the world economy to its knees. The rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage? That would be pretty serious, wouldn't it?
Oh, I used to love these when I was...
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island, at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the Pirate of 1,000 Faces. There's some very tiny writing on it.
In that case, we'll take this.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Oh, really? We're going to have to do that, huh?
The display case is locked. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
Thieves, mostly.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What?
What?
Elaine? The recipient was referred to only as
Plunder Bunny.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say?
Good job.
Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Check out the physics.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the ore. Yeah, the coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
It's like, look here, kid. I'm responsible for most of this lore.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat
Hook.
Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here on Melee.
Tell me again about the hook.
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook.
I do.
Tell me again about the ore.
It was used by a certain well-known captain.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
Tell me again about the lady with the peg leg.
That belonged to the infamous. She used to hide a spare Sadly.
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of
Big Whoop.
I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Why do you have this big gear?
It's from the Melee Clock Tower. Stolen during a pirate raid nearly 75 years ago. It was recently found at an inn on St. Martin, where it was being used to mill corn. I traded some old furniture for it that we had in the back room.
Has anyone thought about putting it back in the clock?
Nah. If the clock started working, it would only confuse people.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on, though, and nothing happened.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll worry about that later. Oh, wait. Must be where we came. Wait, is that? Leave the museum. Oh, okay. Trivia card.
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
Some assembly required. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Read the label.
Specially fortified for the healthy parrot diet. Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
Your unrecognized genius.
I've got a few coins for incidentals.
Okay, I guess we gotta talk to Conrad. No, where are you going, Guybrush? Yum mix.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
You don't say.
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
It's funny, I was just thinking that, I was looking in the inventories, I have a few coins for incidentals, and I'm like, he's never had money right off the bat. You love it, nobody knows who Guybrush is. But he's the whole, instigator of all this crap. Between him and LeChuck, the only time they ever know who Guybrush is if they bring up LeChuck. Oh, you're the guy that LeChuck defeated.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
I don't suppose you have a mop from a famous pirate swabby on display?
I've been trying to get the cook down at the Scum Bar to donate his, but he won't part with it.
I haven't looked at the reviews on GOG. I mean, I guess, what is, the consensus of the complaint? Gameplay-wise so far, I have nothing to complain about. I mean, is it the best point-and-click or adventure game ever made? No, but it's certainly far from bad. It's actually very good. I think, so far, it feels very good. Yeah, and they get sick of his stories, right?
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Yeah, that's true. I should just go ask Wally. He'll tell me.
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
Pirate poetry?
I'd see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché.
Most of the discourse you encountered was, they made it ugly, which I understand and also don't. Yeah, I mean, I understand it's just their opinion.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
But you know how it is something is offensive enough to someone, it seems that everybody kind of dogpiles on it. I say everybody, that's really not right. A lot of people will dogpile on it. All right, out the door we go.
Museum of Pirate Lore.
The basic complaint is that it's not like the original. Of course it's not like the original. That was 34 years ago. Holy crap, 34 years ago. Oh my god. But I mean, not that you deserve to hear that, but that's just my thought.
That wouldn't be much fun for you. I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you. Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay.
You refuse to believe that. It's nuts to think it's been that freaking long. It really is.
I'm thinking about going on.
I'm glad to hear you decided to patch things up.
No, he doesn't want me on the ship. I'm blacklisted. I'm gonna have to go in disguise.
These Shakespearean comedies just write themselves.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Go back. I saw something I could click on there. Oh! Dad, blame it. You're welcome to be disappointed by change, but you feel like it's more worthwhile to really think about what you don't like and really form a... Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's like something I tell people all the time. If you can't come up with at least some kind of a fix, you really shouldn't make too many complaints.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness.
Oh, that's it. She's hard on softness. Okay. That's it. I didn't really think I was going to need to write anything down, but I guess so. What sausage is this? Where's my pencil? Oops, there it is. You like this game? It's cozy. Reminds you of the original Baboon Island games. I don't know anything about the Baboon Island games, but I find it cozy as well. I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, if you don't know why you didn't like it, and don't just dislike it because other people say they didn't like it. Especially if it echoes something you might feel inside. Actually play it and try to understand it. Like, to me, the art style isn't my favorite art style. It's not my favorite part of the game. But like Chelna said earlier, it doesn't detract from the rest of it. Like, the rest of it's good. You loved all the games, in all honesty. You're a bit, biased towards the first one you grew up. Yeah, same here. Although I didn't grow up with it on the Amiga, but I did grow up with it. I played it. I say I grew up with it. I was like, what came out? Yeah, I was like 17 when this came out, I think. The first one, I should say. Okay, so Carla is hard on softness.
It'll be my ship soon enough.
Is this the most recent remake version? Because you could have sworn you saw a remake of this a while back. This isn't a remake. This is Return to Monkey Island. It came out just less than 2 years ago. Look, it's a mouse in the background there. Great detail. Yeah, there's lots of detail. I mean, the artwork detail is amazing. First and foremost, look on the floor. There is a chalk outline of a dead body. And then you have, Cobb is back there asleep.
Hi, Cobb.
You again. I know you.
There he is.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Gotta do it. Why would they draw a chalk outline in a pirate bar? I mean, you're right. Oh, man. 30 minutes. Prestige. Okay, we didn't actually go to the cook yet, did we?
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
Fine.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
She's good. No pieces missing.
She's good. No pieces missing.
Kids yet?
Whoa, easy there, Tiger. I'm still in my juvenile phase myself. That's what Elaine says, anyway.
Well, tell her I say hello.
I like the portrait next to the door. It looks like the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion.
It's Jedi.
Tool,
Jedi
and
cook.
Means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
Plenty. It is a very nice mop. I agree, Clownscorp, yeah.
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
The mop tree quest traumatized you? Oh no. Did Gandalf have to find a tree to make his staff as well? This smells of Tolkien lore. And actually, it's almost directly taken from, at least the first part of the statement the cook made is almost directly taken from Star Wars, A New Hope. It's what Obi-Wan Kenobi says to Luke when he shows him the lightsaber handle. And then the rest of it seems to kind of, I guess, deviate but still stay within the Jedi. You got to make your own weapon, to become a true Jedi master. You must, become one with your lightsaber, all that kind of stuff. You can never lose it. It's always with you,
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop?
You must forge your own. X goes back long before Star Wars.
Trust me on this.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm sure that probably came from somewhere else, but being Lucas, originally from a LucasArts, series, there was always a Star Wars reference. That was probably their Star Wars reference. Darth Maul must be a Jedi. The lightsaber blade became part of his stomach.
Okay.
Guess I'll do it.
What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop
Quest. Oh,
when do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Back to the mop.
Little guys, aren't they? Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
Food is more exciting when you can smell the risk.
When you can smell the risk. Oh, man.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on stars. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
Jeez.
Pleasantly scorching hot. Pleasantly scorching hot.
Check out the wooden seagull.
It says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Oh, wait. Okay. Open the door.
Scorching hot.
Oh, stop it. When you play the game 4:3 ratio, it's compatible. The image is slightly zoomed out, and you can see more of the environment. Oh, I bet it zooms out and lets you see the top and bottom more. Huh. I might actually set this into 4:3 ratio then for next Tuesday. I'll have to play with it and see. Might be worth it for a stream. Oh crap, I don't mean to do that.
Looks like a mugshot.
Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
I guess I can take that at some point. I've just got to figure out how.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
I wonder if that's a hint.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
I'm going to sit here and see if he bursts into flames.
Yeah, it's for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Lucas references have always been a staple in Monkey Island games from the start, especially Star Wars and Indy. Yes. Yeah, because he even made a reference. In Tales of Monkey Island, he made a reference to, I'm just selling these fine leather jackets, which was from Last Crusade. Yep. Yeah, maybe save first. Although I doubt very seriously you can die. Oops, that's load. I doubt very seriously you can die. He's gone into idle mode. He can hold his breath for 10 minutes. Well, he's much older now, and maybe not in as great a shape as he used to be. Perhaps he's not quite as capable. It might be more like 9.5 minutes.
Yo-ho.
And a bottle of rum. There's too much against bursting into flames, you're right. 8 at the least, poor Guybrush. Okay, so I guess I need to find other governor.
Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Port Elizabeth.
Okay, so that's...
It doesn't look finished. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. They're having a half-off sale. Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally, and historically accurate. It's not going out of business. This place is an institution. Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store. This place has kind of gone downhill. Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor. What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that?
Okay, that's got to be significant in some way. Of course, you can't go through that door right there, because remember, you could go through the doors and it would flip you around to different locations.
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual
journeys.
Been
Oh,
a
God.
while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
He's that good. Okay, well, in that case then, do I have something in my inventory that would work? Doesn't look like it.
It's hopeless. It's hopeless.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Mega Mop. Find the mop handle tree. You love that they did Guybrush and Boybrush. Yes! Age comes for us all. Yeah, you can't escape it. Oh, wait, wrong one.
If one monocle is good, two is better.
I bet you that's how...
This was a good idea. They magnify stuff even better since I stuck them together.
I was gonna say, I bet you that's how we get the serial number for the eye patch case. I gotta need to find another Elaine, or not Elaine, Governor Carla poster or some other information. And where's the trivia? Oh, there it is. What is the name of the roguish pirate in Herman's favorite book? Oh, what was the name of that pirate? Oh, nice. In the back of the scum bar is... Flowers by the bench are... Oh, God. Who is the editor of Pirate Times? Conrad Lee, right? Yep. Knife the string. Hey, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. All right. Give me just a few minutes here. We're going to let these ads roll through because that's what everybody loves. And, oh, yay, ads. Anyway, see you back here just a few minutes after these ads have cleared. I'll be right back. There we go. Sorry, I think that worked. Is that right? That worked? Okay, there we go. Sorry, my Stream Deck froze. I think I know why it's freezing. It started doing it, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and it appears that Mystic managed to get hold of it. Yet another thing that'll have to be replaced, unfortunately, due to Nibbles the cat. All right, let's see. What does Guybrush say when landing at an island? Land ho? No, ahoy. I got one wrong. Oh, no! Oh, no, I got it wrong.
It seems to be stuck closed. Employees only.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
Why? There's a cat in the window on the other side. Huh.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work. Looks sort of like an eye.
All right, let's go get the serial number. I think I have what I need to get the eye patch, or maybe. I need to figure out the whole... that's the museum. We'll hit the museum first. And let's see.
Ah, crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
I'll just write that down.
Okay. Out the door we go. What the heck is that? What is that? I saw it move. Hang on. Go across the bridge. Look in the background in the forest area. Something runs away when I come over the bridge. And then the eyes disappear. Oh, there it is. Try again. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Did we get Stan's toothbrush already? Might have missed that part. I haven't picked up his toothbrush. I haven't gone to his old place, which right here, the shipyard.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined.
Tans.
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Yeah.
The window's all boarded up. Is that an old... The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have
a nice day. I'm sure whatever it is in the forest is friendly. I don't think so.
I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It's a dried up old sea sponge.
No!
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. There was a time when every This used to be such a bright, cheery place.
Gaze at the moon.
It always looks bigger on this side of the island. It's sad to see the shipyard like this.
La Sponge Grande. Yes, that's my thoughts.
It says Tan's previously owned vessels.
Tan's.
So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships.
He sold to this really nice Vietnamese family.
Oh, I remember the first time Stan tried.
Okay. I gotta figure out how to get in there.
When this place used to be wall to wall with sword training gyms. Now there's nothing but trees. Progress.
And that's Lookout Mountain. We've already been there. Alright, well. I guess off to the locksmith. Oh, no. What are you doing?
It's a chandelier.
Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back. Okay, we've got this note.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps.
She doesn't even really question it. It's like, she probably knows.
Oh, I'd really like some crackers.
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Melee Island sucks now, right? Alright, let's see what the sponge is.
It's good for relieving stress.
Oh yeah, somebody did mention the knife thing.
It's hopeless.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. It's probably going to be the sad mop head. That's what it's going to be. Am I liking this game, Vitamin Chi? I'm so far, I'm enjoying this game as much as any other Monkey Island game I've played. At least. If you were ever on the fence about playing this because you felt like it may have not have been all that Monkey Islandish or it was just a money grab, I'd say this is a good game to play. It's very enjoyable. Probably have to drug the parrot with some of those yellow flowers, with food, parrot food with some of those yellow flowers. You really didn't like it. Oh, well, fair enough. I mean, you know. Indeed. But I'm enjoying it. But I'm easier to please, I think, than most. So, maybe that's not the best endorsement. I don't know. Drugging animals is Guybrush. Most adventure game MOs. What do you mean? Trivia card.
How clever.
Le ship.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer.
Demunia. Demunia, this game has one of your favorite characters lines ever. One of your favorite. Nice.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. Looks like this is going to be a long journey. Hey, watch it!
Well, that was crazy. Talk about a detail. How are we all? I'm doing good. I'm doing okay.
Ooh,
how about
seems
you?
To fit even better than it used to.
It's even scummier than it was the last time.
Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Port Elizabeth. Honoring Melee...
Okay, well, what else? So I haven't found anything else about Carla. Let's go back to the mansion. I love that it takes you to familiar old places. And they didn't change the layout. You have set your sights on decluttering our place. Sell some hobby stuff that you don't use anymore. Donate read books, etc. So obviously you're procrastinating. Fair enough.
Dear Carla. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
She's hard on
I
softness.
admire that you are hard on softness.
So I know those are all correct. Oh, is it Port Elizabeth?
Shown by your actions at Port Elizabeth, please accept my humblest apology.
I wonder if this needs to be replaced.
I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
Is this all I needed for her?
This is for you.
Dear Carla, I'm impressed, Guybrush. Surprisingly thoughtful. Considering it's you, I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book. And I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
What? How could Guybrush have done something right? That's unthinkable.
Can I borrow this book?
All right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks.
Planets
I won't let you
to
down.
align.
I'll definitely return this.
Is this where somebody always says, you know, a stopped clock is always right, is right at least twice a day, or something like that? Wow, stupid me. Well, you mean he defeated LeChuck 5 times, yeah. So we gotta go to the museum. Okay. So save.
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet. It doesn't seem interested. The display case is locked. This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells.
Whoa! That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Oh my god, really? Did he just...
That'll
Okay.
do, Parrot.
That'll do,
I'm gonna
Parrot.
have to ask
That'll
you to
do.
leave the museum while I figure out what's going on with my display case lock.
I just now saw that he does have, indeed, a peg leg and two normal legs, so he doesn't really need it, but he's still wearing one.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Please try not to touch anything that seems like you're not supposed to touch it.
So I wonder if I need to go back to the scum bar. Okay. Where were the yellow flowers?
This was where the fantastic Flying Fettuccine Brothers circus used to be. Nothing left but old tent pole holes. Wow, I could have had a totally different future if I'd stayed with them.
Yeah, that's true. That's funny. I wasn't even trying to go there. But that is indeed on the map where they landed. The docks, Low Street. You remember in MI1 the yellow flowers were in the maze. Oh, that's right. So maybe it's not the scum bar. Maybe I need to go back to Wally's.
Nice hat pin.
It's the emblem of a secret society I belong to.
Really?
Don't be ridiculous.
Yarr!
Yarr! Who's this joker?
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
Talk to clean-looking pirate.
Fancy.
I like how you go from this side of the bar. And then you go to this side and it goes into like... a harder version of the same theme.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I completed the 3 trials.
I completed the 3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh. Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
You never looked much into this one, but you heard good things. Is it supposed to be a direct continuation of one of the games, or is it left ambiguous? No, it carries on like post Tales of Monkey Island. So far, they haven't mentioned Tales, or at least not that I remember seeing any references to it. Oh wait, maybe.
Would you make crackers if I gave you some cracker mix?
That stuff is strictly for home and office use. We pros don't touch it.
The scrapbook had the time they were in the manatee. Does it really? Oh, the trivia book. It might. What does Guybrush specifically dislike? I think it was sand, because it's not, porcelain's not in here. No. How many stone monkeys are in the third ring? I guess I should stop, because some of these are, I guess, maybe trivia for the game, and I haven't seen them yet. Like, there's Tails. Yeah, who's the owner of Club 41? This was from Tales of Monkey Island, so the trivia is there. What's the name of the fish store? Was it the Codswallop? Yeah. On Monkey Island, what did Captain Madison promise to give Murray? Oh, I can't remember. You didn't mean the trivia book. There was a scrapbook recap you did before starting. Oh, yeah. When he goes to the scrapbook, right. What is the name of the roguish pirate in Herman's favorite book? David Fox started working at Lucasfilm Games in... Oh, are you serious? Who knows the answer to this? Because I don't think LucasArts games started until like 84, right? 84 or 85, so... The earliest would have to be at least after 83. Makes sense, ogres are known for their stealth. David Fox, anybody remember or know when he started? Because I can't say I have ever heard. He was one of the very early employees. I'll try 84. No, but of course it doesn't tell you. I wonder what this means.
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
Okay, well... Not sure what to do with that. They're certainly not going to make it, are they? Okay, who, The locksmith had a parrot. Maybe I can work with the locksmith to make more. Actually, let me talk to Wally real quick and see if he can do a forest map.
Hey, Wally.
Is Mancomb in the bar? I didn't see him.
Bye.
So that's right. He's... I think I have to...
Wrapped in...
Really? I think I have to get that wood from the forest. Or not the forest. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know.
Looks sort of like an...
Cobb's in the bar, but he doesn't want to tell us about Loom. No, not anymore. Wonder if I can strike a deal with her to make more of these crackers.
I found some cracker mix. You could bake fresh crackers in your furnace.
Thanks. The ones on the plate were getting a bit stale. Take some if you want.
That's what we needed. Okay, cool. Now, let's go back to the museum. And see if I can convince the parrot to not go all alarm-like on me. And then I can quietly steal. Chuns, how you doing? You love the Monkey Island Sea of Thieves crossover. It was fun. I should have played it. I haven't touched it. I've got Sea of Thieves, but I've never tried that. And he's like, meanwhile, at the mansion. Not too bad, ready to sleep. I bet. It's got to be like, what,
do you
1 o'clock?
expect me to do,
1:30 in the morning?
Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put
12:30,
a requirement
yeah.
on ships traveling
5
to the
hours, not
north.
6.
There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
All right, so we finally have that. So now we can go back to the Voodoo Lady. You get Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack on vinyl, really? And it sounds amazing. I didn't know they had the soundtrack out on anything other than just maybe a digital release. That's pretty cool. I still need to play Baldur's Gate 3. But from what everybody keeps, I guess what I keep seeing from everybody else is that if I start playing Baldur's Gate 3, I'll still be playing it 2 years from now.
The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
All right, so she told me to bring this to her. Leishino Rabito. How you doing? You're working on a new playthrough at the moment? Nice.
The famous eye patch disguise of John Laney. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away.
Good. Great. So, can you charge it up again?
I can.
If
If
what?
you bring me one more thing, a particular charm of great power.
La Spongia Grande?
I could have. You must bring me the bite of 1,000 needles. Then I will recharge your eye patch.
The bite of 1,000 needles. Can you be a tiny bit more specific?
No.
All right.
No.
See what I can do.
And you got BG3 in the end of October 2023. I started playing, and all of a sudden, credits were rolling, and it was almost Christmas. Wow. Oh, awesome. Hang on a second. Game paused. Let's see. There it is. Oh, I love the way that vinyl looks. That's pretty amazing. Ah! I hate that. Thank you, Windows 11. That looks cool. I love that smoked vinyl look. Some of the best voice acting, yeah. You knew that the voice was familiar. The second woman with Elaine and Carla was Jennifer Hale. Yeah, not surprising. Right? You played BG3 straight for over a week, not 2 years, was okay. You enjoyed it, but wasn't great. Too many abilities, and story wasn't that great. BG 1 and 2 had better story and made sense than a parasite trying to take over the world. Huh. Well, I'm sorry that was the case. But, I mean, I guess maybe it's one of those, it's not for everybody. But, let's see. And nice gatefold sleeve. Really nice artwork to it, though. And, of course, the cover itself. Baldur's Gate original soundtrack. Interesting it doesn't specifically put 3 unless I just don't see it. Interesting. I love the art for that, especially the gatefold. That's really cool. Is it maybe the teeth under the gate? That might be it. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, I bet that's what it is. That's it. That's the 3. It's got to be. It's under the text. It just doesn't stand out enough to make it look like it's 3. You have to. It's pretty subtle, but that's okay. BG1 was your favorite? But that might be nostalgia talking. Man, when Baldur's Gate 1 came out, a friend of mine actually gave it to me to play. He's like, he brought it to me. He says, "You got to play this game. It's amazing." And I was like, okay. I took it home, and it was kind of like the way you described it, Damunia. It was one of those where I started playing it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's been like 2 weeks. You know, the companies were fun. If it wasn't that you just enjoyed it, but then when combat and story just boils down to go here, talk to this person, kill 10 rats, it kind of gets a bit stale. Also, some of it felt very rushed. There were some neat ideas, but not very fleshed out. Out of curiosity, Kirby Pink, did you play it after the 1.0 release, or was this an experience like during the early release? Because I heard a lot of complaints about it in early access, like a year or two in advance of the final release. And then when the final release came out, even the people who were playing the early access were like, this is pretty amazing. They did a great job. They recovered. But I'm not saying that you should like it. I'm just trying to decide if maybe that was it. Didn't play it during early access. Okay. No, this was just a few months after. Okay. Fair enough. All right. And yeah, the first one just blew my mind. I still need, and we streamed the first one here, last year? Or was it just the end of the year before? And I've got Baldur's Gate 2 back there somewhere. Yeah. And I've got Baldur's Gate 2 with both expansions, or with the expansion, excuse me, both the game and the expansion. I need to play that. Catch back up. It's been a while since I touched the second one. It's been over 20 years. Go for the eyes, boo! Go for the eyes! Ah! Wasn't bad, just flawed. BG3 feels like a game that you just have to play on the side for a few years, trying out different paths over and over to see everything. Ah, okay. So the bite of 1,000 needles. The hell is that? No, it's not. But you know what's really funny, Chuns? When one of the Baldur's Gate, the first one, was the very first Dungeons and Dragons game I actually played. And I was more than fully aware of Dungeons and Dragons all the way back as a kid in elementary school. And that was like right at the height of the whole satanic panic thing, you know, with people going crazy over role playing and, oh my god, you're going to unleash demons and magic and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I was kind of intimidated by it as a kid. I think mostly because I was always horrible with numbers. And it's so numbers focused. Plus, it's very complex. I mean, even like the early editions of Dungeons and Dragons, still pretty complex. So I never touched it. And Baldur's Gate 1 was the first like RPG that I actually felt comfortable playing, and I didn't feel like I was overwhelmed by the numbers and whatnot. Of course, that's long since passed. I could happily play any of them, and I wouldn't really feel that uncomfortable with them at all. I might be uncomfortable until I learn the mechanics to it, but beyond that, not a big deal. Okay. Admire the purple flowers.
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be catmint, or wisteria, or sweet rocket.
Or a sweet rocket. Ooh, trivia card.
A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth.
Tiny, sharp teeth. Aha! Really? and I can't pick that one up. Especially the OG ones, yeah. You're pretty sure it will be out of place if you play hardcore D&D. You heard some systems weren't liked, but if you can look past it, I find it to be a solid experience. It's beyond the game story at some point. The acting is so good that you just play it for the companions. Well, that's good. Menza Barazan was the first D&D game that you played. It did not exactly bring me on board. BG1 did, yeah. BG1 to me was probably the most accessible RPG up to 1998. Like, there was nothing out there that could match just how accessible that could be.
Ooh, purple. Ah.
Mushrooms. Okay, he doesn't like mushrooms. That was the trivia I should have answered with.
Classic specimen of a... I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Fun fact, Dominic Armato is a food critic. I didn't know that. You love Jaheira in BG1 saying, "Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure," or however she says it.
I'm hopelessly lost without...
Well, at least they don't make you run around and be stuck in the forest the whole time. They just make you get a map. That was a pretty good impression. Well, thank you. I've heard it enough times. Ron Gilbert's first game at Lucasfilm Games was... Wasn't it Maniac Mansion? I don't recognize... I recognize Corona's Rift. I've never heard of it, but I don't recognize Ballblazer or Rescue of Fractalus. And of course, I played Maniac Mansion back when it was new. You're going to get some sleep. Chuns, thank you for being here. Really, thank you very much for this. For those who don't know, Chuns does stream. His is always the really cozy streams. Go check him out. Really nice guy, super nice guy. Solasta does a decent job. Ooh. But good night, Chuns. Get some sleep. I really think this was his first, but I don't. I'm probably wrong. BG1 is not rushing into high-level play with a million new spells and abilities. BG1 did a good job of explaining everything and taking its time, not rushing you into high-level play with a million new spells and abilities. You know what, Winter Slice? I agree with you on that. And I think that's one of the reasons that made it felt so much more accessible. But you know what kind of ruined that? The Enhanced Edition. It makes it so easy to stumble into an area that lures you into... because you're capable of getting further than you probably should, and then all of a sudden it starts throwing really big high-level monsters at you that you can't handle. Like, no hope of ever handling at that level. It's not as well balanced. It's mostly the additional content they added. It's not just the expansion, but the unofficial stuff that was added to it as part of the Enhanced Edition. Fractalus was one of the games available at Radio Shack back in the day. Really? That's strange enough. I hadn't much time I spent in Radio Shack. If you want writing, you'll read a book. That's fair, MSD. That's one of the reasons I struggle with the Elder Scrolls games is because so many damn books. It's like, I feel the same way. It's like, I want to play a game. I don't want to read a book right now. I give leeway to pre-voice acted games. I mean, there's no voice acting there, right? Don't mind lore books. I don't mind reading. I don't mind lore books either, but if I'm playing a game, reading a book isn't the point of playing the game, right? I could sit there... take Skyrim, for example, or Oblivion. You could sit there and play... You could read books all night long and never play anything in it. There's just so many books in that game. When you're playing Outer Worlds, you could read the data files and logs that you found. Oh, that's cool. Take care, Dimension Dude. Thank you for being here. Well. What animal is carved on the side of the ship. We'll have to go take a look at that. Where in Melee Town can you see a cat? Above the shop on High Street. I saw it. In a truly well-written game, the reading doesn't feel like work. You're right. You're right. However, when it comes to Skyrim and Oblivion, a lot of the books are just lore about the world. And so there's a lot of stuff that doesn't really actually change anything about how you would play the game, although there's some stuff that might help you. But for the most part, you could go through all of Skyrim or all of Oblivion and probably never read a single book and no walkthrough, still complete it. There's just so much in it. It's like insane how much they put in it. You love reading lore pages, but that's for when you're in the mood. Every few sessions or while streaming, you prefer the dialogue and game directions to be voiced. Yes. I agree. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that, because we're going to go...
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
So there's not going to be a piece of wood here.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was... I think they're illegal now.
I think they're illegal now. There was a YouTube channel about lore and fantasy and sci-fi. The Elder Scrolls games would be a footnote in the actual history. Oh, I believe it. I mean, I'd honestly believe it. Just the lore of D&D alone would be enough to overwhelm the entirety of Elder Scrolls lore. If not just for the fact that it's 20 years older. Or had 20 years to develop it.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are high.
So it's not going to let me wander. No matter where I go, the next exit's going to take me right back out.
Ew. I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Okay, so this must not be where I get that wood from. And don't get me started on Tiny Door Spy of a window WoW uses for the quest description. So unpleasant to read. Yeah, I think that's still part of a product of the times, you know.
It says the window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
So, can I get in there somehow?
I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife.
Okay, so might be on the right path.
It's hopeless.
Let's see.
The assets of this establishment.
Okay, so that's... a rust bucket. So you pre-ordered this too, you take it, based on the horse armor? Yes, I did. I pre-ordered it. I mean, I had pre-ordered it months ahead of it coming out, and my intention was to play this shortly after it came out, but I wanted to wait until everybody else had played it and then the hype died down. And I also wanted to play through the remainder of the series. So for the next year, of course, I made a point of playing the entire Monkey Island series here on Tuesday nights. Doing every other game as Monkey Island. So we've done some King's Quest and Half-Life and all kinds of stuff. Well, time will tell if you can do better. You just got hired as a lead writer on the Black Geyser series. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, the horse armor, Misty. Isn't that funny? Where a wolf can tear down a horse. So maybe...
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness.
Is there something here? What is that on the side of it? Oh, wait, that's the back of the boat, so we need to go to the front. What kind of animal is on the side? Le ship. I don't see an animal on the side. Maybe we need to back up. Maybe we need to, because I can see the ship from here. Ah, there we go. It's a monkey. It's a monkey face, isn't it? Hey, Mar, how you doing? What? That was a freaking monkey. Look at that. That face is a monkey. Isn't it? Ah, game hates me. $1,000 needles, huh? Do I already have it? Maybe it's just an obscure reference that I'm not picking up on. Let's see. The autobiography. Oh, wait.
Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book.
Think it's LeChuck face, not a monkey face? Guess I don't.
An empty basket.
I keep pressing the A button wanting him to run. Oh, okay. Left. Yeah, the left trigger makes him run. Actually, the left... Whoa! Right trigger seems to make him go even faster. No. Same function. Okay. So that's that. And the shoulder buttons also do the same thing as the right. Alright, the right joystick. Let's see if somebody maybe has a stick. Oh, wait, no, he needs a stick. That's right. So probably not going to be here. Well, son of a gun, I didn't even see that. That must have been another trivia card. If you look at the ship, the face on the back of it is LeChuck.
Also.
Hey, kid.
Hey.
Hello there, son.
Oh, yes, here we go. I've been to your shipyard, but your office is all boarded
I've
up.
been to the shipyard. Your office is all boarded up, with your toothbrush sealed inside, presumably.
Well, don't worry yourself about it then, son. I found a dead centipede in the corner that should do until they let me out.
That's nasty.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son. But thanks.
Oh, by the way, exclamation point SFX, there are a few new sounds added.
See you later.
Yep.
If anybody would like to try them out.
Jinx, why do I keep looking at it? Jinx, why do I keep looking at it?
Because it's terrifying.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hello again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
There's one. Clever nested boxes.
You were almost a nice and toasty, sandwich. But I've already got plenty of crackers. I think it's a
Step away
chandelier.
from the duck.
He's an asshole, sir.
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Well, no, that wasn't a sound that I was expecting to hear. I'm surrounded. Try again, Negomancer. It was just off by a little bit.
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish
knew it, I'm
pirate and a
surrounded
doomed
by
romance
assholes.
with a woman of station. It's thicker than I would have imagined. Warning, do not try these tricks at home.
Barbie LaFleur.
Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Aw.
Aw.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it.
It just would never end.
It's a lot of work being...
Oh yeah, they can't have a conversation without sword fighting.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Probably, yeah, Morgan Le Fay. But yeah, I liked Morgan Le Fay's character. I hate that they did her in. Spaceballs was such a fun movie. Roblox had an egg hunt where they put giant combs in one of the desert worlds. It's so funny, that guy, that the guy that played him was it Tuvox, I think, in Voyager? No. Who was he? He was in one of the Star Trek series in the late 90s. It was Tuvox? And he jokes around all the time about the whole Spaceballs thing, right? Tuvok, not Tuvox. I don't know what's thinking next, but yeah, Tim Russ. And he actually has a video that he put out not too terribly long ago. He says, I've been in a lot of stuff, but there's only one thing anybody ever remembers me from. And he says, and I still haven't found shit. Or something like that. Yeah, you have to hunt it down. It's not, I didn't quite nail it, but Tuvok, not Tuvok. Yeah, Tuvix, I'm sorry. And it was super awkward. I was gonna say I never watched Voyager. I know some of the characters because I've seen a couple of episodes, and I like Star Trek, so I've read a lot about the show. I've just never seen any of the shows, the episodes. I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, I am now kind of getting to a point where I might actually be stuck. When ads are coming here in just a couple minutes. No, if you want to hit, I appreciate that. Hopefully I can get away with not using a hint, but I probably have some things I could try combining.
Want a hint? That's right, you stupid son of a bitch!
I've got enough to last me.
There you go. Voyager trivia after the ads. We can do that. Beep. We can definitely do that. Beep for the trivia. Okay. Well, as soon as we come back from ads, actually, I take that back. 1.5 minutes plus another minute for the commercial. We've got time to ask the question, then I'll answer the question, or I will give the answer to the question when I come back from the ads. even better. All right, so a Voyager question, huh? Let's see. Here we go. Voyager section. And in honor of Tuvok, we'll ask a question about Tuvok. Okay. Whose behavior did Tuvok call restless in scientific method? Whose behavior did Tuvok call reckless in scientific method? Was it Janeway, Paris, Seven of Nine, or Torres? Janeway, Paris, Seven of Nine, or Torres? And on that note, we're going to take a short break. I'll come back. We'll reread the trivia question again, and then we'll get the answer. Tossing it. See you in a few. Don't forget to answer in chat. Sorry. I don't know. My Stream Deck is acting flaky again. Welcome back. When I switch back to live, it's supposed to stop the music, unmute the microphone. It did neither. It just switched scenes, which I guess is better than nothing. Oh, thank you, Negomancer. Somebody got to screw it up and give you guys entertainment, right? All right. I put a 1 second delay in between the events. Sometimes it solves everything. It didn't start acting up until recently, and I've used it this way for quite some time, probably a couple of years. Might do that anyway just to be safe. I'll go in and look at that. Thank you, Demunia. There was an update last week. Maybe that messed it up. It started acting up a few months ago. So it might have been through an update, actually, but it might have been an earlier one than yesterday's. Could be OBS. Who knows? But there's also some, mysterious teeth marks on the cable. I suspect if we were to do some forensics, they might be of the feline nature. Which kind of sucks because these things aren't cheap. All right, so the question before we went up break, mice, it's clearly mice, yes. So the question was, whose behavior did Tuvok call reckless in scientific method? Was it Janeway, Paris, Seven of Nine, or Torres? The answer to the question is... There's the original series... Next Generation, probably Deep Space Nine next, yeah, and then Voyager is there. Oh. Whose behavior did Tuvok call reckless in scientific method? Was it Janeway, Paris, Seven of Nine, or Torres? Let's see what answers people gave. Where'd it go? You always felt like, let's see here. So we had MST said Paris, Negomancer, Crotus, you say Torres. Anybody else got an answer? Thank you very much for the welcome back, Demunia. I appreciate that. Oh, you said Paris, yeah. You'll get a 7 of 9 because you have no clue. Yeah, whenever they mention episode names, I really get worried nobody will know the answer. Because that's a dedication. If you know the episode name specifically, I might have remembered the event if I just happened to like that episode, you know, that this event happened in. That's the way I would remember it. So if they start telling me episode names, I'd never remember. Every once in a while, there'd be an episode name I'm familiar with because it was something special to me in some way or another. But the answer was Janeway, which I guess kind of makes sense based on what little I do know about Janeway. Is she was kind of reckless, maybe? Wasn't she? Didn't she kind of have a reputation for being a little bit more, I guess, direct or forward with what she was doing than Picard or Cisco or any of those folks? To some degree. A more brash captain, maybe, is what I'm trying to think of. She wasn't afraid to take risks. Okay, fair enough. I guess someone who isn't afraid to take risks isn't much different than someone who's being... I don't want to say careless. I guess risk is it. She was in heels, too. Okay, well. Let's see. Maybe the stick is in here. I don't know.
Hey, Wally. What's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
A slightly suspicious ladder to the window. Feels like Cisco is way more cavalier with all the Starfleet rules than Janeway. You know, no, you're right. I mean, I've watched most of Deep Space Nine. I've still got a few seasons left I need to finish up. And I do have Paramount Plus again, so I guess I should start watching the rest of the series. But yeah, he could be a little bit more cavalier about the rules. But in his defense, compared to the other captains, is that he was in a... installation that he had to keep the peace amongst two warring factions and a third secret one hiding in the wormhole. All post-TNG captains were trying to be different from the ones before them. Kirk was as reckless. Yeah, he was a reckless womanizer, and Picard was very by the book. Every once in a while, he might slightly deviate outside of the rules. Cisco made compromises if it saved lives. Janeway was actually pretty straightforward. Okay, so... By the way, you were muted, so you didn't hear the answer. Would you like a hint in the form of a question? Not yet. Not yet. Not saying he was wrong to do so, mind you. Yeah, exactly. I think, for the most part, they usually did a pretty good job of justifying why they would do something outside of... Oh, wait. What did she say to me?
Things are not what they seem. All keys are gold. It's the way of keys. No one ever works together. All want their own prize. When they get close to finding it, suddenly they are gone.
You mainly think Cisco is good, except for that weird Maquis story with the traitor, where Cisco suddenly became Mr. War Crimes. Oh, I think I do remember that episode. I think that was one I saw. Hey, Stephen Malowski.
Golden key, but you cannot own it.
You cannot own it.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. The note says...
Hey, kid!
Hey, Stan.
Hello there.
Okay.
See you later.
Yep.
Any writing that was once...
No hints in the chat. Yeah, no hints in the chat. I'm still trying to work this one through. I feel like I might be
The problem
missing
with this
something.
statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee.
Of course you would say that.
Oh yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now.
For decades now. Wow, he can say that. Oh my god. Guybrush not at all biased. But also a good hubby. Yeah. He really is. His character always loved Elaine. There's got to be something I have missed.
How clever.
That's really obvious. Oh, wait.
Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship.
I feel like they never had any marital problem stuff with Guybrush and Elaine. Elaine is always busting his chops, but she's the strict, serious, I know what I'm doing, and he's the forever child. Hey, Jareth, how you doing?
Hi again. See anything
He
interesting?
usually deserves it, yeah. He's the child,
Those the names of
always
ships?
doing something.
All I can see is open water.
It's what I named my cataract.
Huh.
So if there's not a stick there... Wait a minute. I haven't really gone back into the museum since I stole the eye patch.
I've got some bad news. Someone stole John Laney's eye patch.
No. Some people have no respect for private property.
It must have happened right after you left. Did you see anyone on your way out?
Not a soul.
Hunk of slag.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of
Oh,
acid.
that's-
It was found in the Melee jail many years ago.
That's
after an incident
funny.
Where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I
pirates.
did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them.
Spoiler
I had
alert.
an armload of mugs, and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
It's not important. It's just the history that you're reportedly trying to push on people, right?
Tell me again about the coffin?
It was used by a certain well-known
Tell me again about the plank.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Just realized I should probably save.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record.
The official record.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Wow. Okay. Oh, another trivia card. I think that's the trivia card I'd already picked up before, but got the answer wrong. Let's see. Stan's accountant is named... I have no idea what his Stan's accountant's name is. Okay, flowers by the bench are... What is a genuine skull name? Wait. What is a genuine skull name? Maury? No, Murray. Raymond? Tilda? Just say genuine. I think we're going to have to work that one out later. That's MI4. Maybe? I'm trying to remember. I spent so much time playing MI4, I can't remember all of it. What on Monkey Island, what did Captain Madison promise to give Murray? We already tried that one. I don't know what the answer to it is. Either MI4 or later in this game. It's probably Tilda. That's a pun they'd make. Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm not going to answer it yet because I'm probably... That's the note LeChuck left when he kidnapped Elaine.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
Wow.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
He's like, I am the exhibit. Jeez. Does that make Guy an exhibitionist? Yeah, an exhibitionist. Yeah, probably. Ah, there we go. You know, I gotta say, I have no idea what I need, where I need to go, or what I need to do. To-do list. Seize LeChuck's ship. Find the secret to Monkey Island. Relive glory. Okay, well, this isn't really helpful. Get bite of 1,000 needles for Voodoo Lady. But what the hell is that? Maybe... I guess the good part is you don't need to feel any guilt for taking his stuff. Because he's... yeah, that's true. He's very much he's a dick, all right.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
Hi, Cobb.
You again. I know you.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fancy.
Waiter, I can't understand why this is... Just bring me what the governor served me last week. What did the governor serve you last week?
It smells good in there, and then he goes in there and he says, no, it does not smell good in there. Let's see, what about outside?
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
Stay away from my mop.
surreptitiously abscond with the mop. Wait, can I tell him to go look at a three-headed monkey?
You look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Or you did.
Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares
Oh,
about.
that's the clean
Only importer
dude.
of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has
ingredients in it. Yeah.
I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Yeah, that was my first thought. The carnivorous plant had thousands of teeth, but it didn't give me an option to pick it. However, I didn't try using the ceremonial knife. I might be able to remove the plant. So we can try that. Where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
Where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing
Okay.
from a swanky cookbook.
Yeah. If I brought you a recipe, could you make it? Yeah.
Oh, look behind you.
Hey, look, it's the three-headed monkey
I
thing.
know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
Ah, I tried. I guess they figured I'd have the same idea, you know? They're like, yeah, that Biddo, he'll do it. Let's see. If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook.
See the hat? Time for bed on this.
Thanks.
It's getting much closer to this side of the pond as well. In fact, I need to set the snooze here. Hang on just a moment. Pardon me while I pause the game. Thank you so much, Demunia, for being here. I appreciate that. Get some sleep, and we'll talk to you next time. Stay safe. Didn't you say? Yep. So we'll have to see what we can do with the carnivorous plant. Let's head out there. We'll go this way. One oversight I kind of wish they had. They clearly made fast travel-ish sort of an option. You can get close to an area like down here, and then once you've got the circles, you can actually choose the circle you wanted to go to, right? So it makes it easier, but I wish they'd had an option to bring the map up. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, forest.
A classic specimen of Alata needlius.
Loads of tiny sharp teeth. So maybe...
Gotcha, you pointy little trichiophyte.
There we go. So that means we now have Fear the carnivorous plant. So we'll go this way. Let's go talk to the voodoo lady. You know, is there a stick in here? A tall bottle.
Green, half a
Oh,
blue,
that's right.
half yellow, orange. Aren't you glad? I'd need a lot of key. How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at any price. As I said, it has been placed with me for safekeeping.
Okay. Oh, wait. Nope. Okay, so here is...
This is a plant with a bad attitude, and enough pokey parts to back it up.
Enough pokey parts.
There you go. Bite of 1,000 needles.
Tell me, is this an ancient, powerful charm, or simply a plant you found in the forest?
You were pretty opaque about what you wanted, even for you. I took my best shot.
Very well. You've always been the close enough sort.
Yes, he has. And that's what's caused almost all of his problems.
Come, spirits of deception and death, drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Well, you don't have to put it like that. That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
Uh-oh.
Well, how do I look? What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
One does the best one can with the materials provided.
I'll just wear it when I really need to. Ugh.
You're welcome.
Remember what all he chucked in the original Monkey Island reaching potion? I vaguely remember all the ingredients. It was absurd, but that's the way the game is, right? That's the whole point. Okay, so we have the eye patch. Let's save. And back to the docks.
I should move farther away from the court. I'll wait until I'm closer to LeChuck's ship.
You'd be disappointed if the map isn't made of a rubber tree. Oh, the mop isn't made of a rubber tree. I'm kind of thinking the same thing. But that's the real question.
Hi there. You must be the quartermaster.
Yep, you look like a guy without many options. I need a swabby. It's BYOM. So, show me a decent mop and the job's yours.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a decent mop. Guess I'm screwed. I feel like there's probably some comedic possibilities with this zombie mask that he can wear.
I'll wait until I'm closer.
Okay. They probably aren't going to take advantage of it. All right, let's go back to the governor's mansion. Would you stop that? We're going to go to the governor's mansion and see if I can borrow the book. This is probably going to be like Monkey Island, was it 2, I think, when you had to go to the library and Fat Island and all that. Falkenbach, welcome in. I am the mop. Then slam your face down the deck and start scrubbing. Swabby time. You had so much fun with this game. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm mildly stuck, but thanks to a comment, not really. There's a trivia card. No thanks to my own skill. The Mad Monkey was that the giant robotic monkey? No, the leader of the Pirates of Danger Cove. No? Shit. Oh well. It is a good successor to the old ones. It was the ship? Oh, okay.
Can I borrow this book?
One book at a time. I only trust you so far.
Note to the reader. No disguised secret. Thank you.
Thanks for returning my book. Maybe you have learned to be responsible.
Voodoo tricks you can do at home. Borrow ingredients. That's got to be it. Borrow ingredients.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
That's
You
right.
look like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Fine, fine.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
Okay, so now we can go back to the cook. And there's a mystic on my shoulder. Hi, mystic. That's what he said. He says, I'm not having it. Not tonight, thanks. Okay, so we've got a cookbook.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks,
Yeah, the first one was the sea monkey. And Tails was the narwhal.
This will be excellent. Brilliant innovation.
I don't remember what Curses was.
He'll never complain again.
I guess I can walk away now. Let's see.
It's
Like
Carla's
a
copy
lot,
of
but okay.
Ingredients by Barbie LaFlay.
Ingredients indeed.
So that's it.
Want a hint? That's right, you stupid son of a bitch!
I'm not a cob.
You again.
I didn't mean
Nice
to do that.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Not yet.
I can't understand. Just bring me.
Of course.
Not yet. I think I'm on something currently.
Nicely.
Busy?
Yep.
Can I ask you again about the...
Sure.
Remind me how to find...
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because...
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
Okay.
Now, where was I? 3 teaspoons
I
and
should put the mop away first. It's the cook's old mop.
You notice he doesn't stick it in his pants. He just carries it. Ah!
Keep your hands off my mop.
Uh-oh. Attempt to steal the cook's mop. Oh, I got an achievement for that? Oh, that's cool.
Oh, well, probably fine. So much to do. Do I really have to salt it so often?
It's the cook's old mop. I'll wait until I'm...
You filthy thief! I wonder how I actually managed to steal this.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
And he doesn't...
Never complain again.
He doesn't give the option... Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's filled with nasty-looking water.
So I guess I have no choice. I'm going to have to make my own mop. Oh. 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 Okay. Well, he can take the mop back then. I know what I just did.
Keep your hands off my mop.
Okay, now we got this. Now we're cooking with something. Off to Wally's. Let's see. We'll do...
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
Thank you, Sincap. I appreciate that.
Sure,
Yeah, this
here
has
Thanks,
been
Wally.
pretty fantastic. Guybrush looks about 300 years old in those close-ups. It's weird. He really does. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to think about it, Guybrush would have to be like 35, or excuse me, 30. He'd have to be like, God, he'd have to be like 45, 50 years old now. I mean, he couldn't have been more than like 25 as a character, of course, in the first one. Where's that map? Oh, there it is. Where the heck? So this is just the forest, huh? You don't see any great... Well, look at his face. He's got the gray stubble in place of a beard. He's not... He doesn't keep himself clean shaven. All right. So, oops. We go into the forest. We take a right. And then we go back north. Is this right? That's all right. Did that not work? I'm confused. Am I doing this wrong somehow?
I guess I lost my way.
Yep, okay. So maybe I was doing it, it's just not that many scenes. I think the map actually matches up with the screens, like the flowers and the mushrooms are legit landmarks. Ah, yeah, okay, so that makes sense. I see it now, yeah, I got it. So, like, the entrances... Oh, man, they made this much easier. I should have noticed that. Thank you for picking up on that. Okay, so that's the first way. And then, the man-eating plant, which would be this way. And mushrooms. The mushrooms are on this side, though. Is that mushrooms?
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be catmint or wisteria.
Okay, so I guess, unless I'm off somehow, I guess it's this way. And then mushrooms again. Mushrooms and then man-eater. And then man-eater, and that's it. That should take us... There it is. Frisky squirrel.
Hey, little fella. Mind your mama, little prickly kids.
This must be it.
Wow. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare endangered Melee Island mop handle tree.
Mop handle tree. This is weird.
It's like there's a welcoming committee.
I don't understand. Maybe I guess I need to use the ceremonial knife? Several hours later... Holy crap, he's destroyed the tree. He's mauled it and ruined it. The animals are terrified. What have you done, Guybrush? And the animals are crying. Oh my god. Really?
Hey, little dear. Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for.
Wow.
I'll take a shortcut back.
Many hours later. Okay, so, yeah. As awful as it is.
I made him up. I think I'm ready to set sail.
Okay. All right. This is what traumatized you. Oh, God. Now I understand. Let's save. You still don't like the way it looks, but it's funny. Okay, so we need to put that on.
How's this for a mop?
Let's see. Stick, tangle a boat line. Smells like seagull droppings. Good enough.
Good
You're
enough.
hired.
Great.
We'll be getting underway soon. Why don't you come on board and I'll introduce you to the crew?
I'm excited to see my stateroom. When's a good time to discuss the benefits package?
Meanwhile, at the scum bar.
Threepwood's on the Chuck's ship. He's got some kind of disguise. From the bargain bin, it looks like.
So what?
You don't think this could be a problem? We didn't plan for him.
I hate not knowing what's going on. I should have taken him out the minute he walked in here.
Don't worry, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah? How?
I've got a spy on board the ship.
So they've got another ship. I wonder if that's Elaine. That's got to be Elaine. Hey, we're on to part 2. A dangerous journey.
So once you were on LeChuck's ship, you turned the tables on them. You whipped out your sword and said, "I'm your captain now. Take me to Monkey Island, or you'll all walk the plank."
More or less.
More or less.
The name's Gullet, but you're not to call me that. To you, I'm the first swab, and I want to hear the capital letters when you say it.
Capital 1. Got it.
And this is the old. You'll be spending a lot of time down here.
I thought we'd have a union or something. How much time is a lot of time?
All of it. You work here, you sleep here, you take your meals here. Forget the world you knew before. This hold is your world. The hull is your ground. The deck is your sky. And I am your deity of choice. A cruel and vengeful deity. I only have one simple rule. You are not to leave this hold under any circumstances. Any questions?
Elaine doesn't take orders. Oh, no, I mean, the ship that's following LeChuck's ship. Le ship. I wonder if that's Elaine. Because she's always nearby. She always knows what's going on. Elaine following to warn them about scurvy. Yeah.
Can I leave the hold?
But no!
What happens if I leave?
I said you're not to leave under any circumstances.
Well, I know, just hypothetically. What if I did?
the worst punishment you can imagine.
Which is...
I throw you back down here. Nothing's worse than this.
You know what? I think the guy voicing this character might have actually been a better LeChuck than the one voicing LeChuck currently. If they had to replace Earl Bowen, he actually evokes some of the same tones.
Where's my bunk?
You might be all right inside one of the crates. Otherwise, be sure to cover your eyes. The chickens like to peck. But it's probably safest if you don't sleep at all. The chickens have their ways.
What's for dinner?
Oh, we'd like a bit of dinner, would we? Well, perhaps we can arrange a bit of roast duck under glass for your majesty.
Before or after, yeah. It wasn't
But
long.
seriously,
I
learn
want to
to
say it
catch
was
them.
like
You can
just
drown 'em in your
months
mop bucket.
after.
They make their own sauce.
I don't remember for sure. Either way, though, he was not in it, which is sad because I can't think of very many better ways to end his career than to have reprised this role, which, while not necessarily his most memorable roles, is actually one of the coolest roles I think he ever had.
What if I need to, you know...
Use the portal. Don't get anything on the ledge outside, though. I hate an unsightly ledge.
What am I supposed to be doing exactly?
No recruits. You're all thicker than the chickens.
Ghost chickens.
Is that the whole answer?
You're supposed to be swabbing. I want this hold sparkling, as if it was clean. Now, get to work.
Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. The rest of my gear is in there. I hope it'll be safe down here. It's probably fine. It's an inspirational instructional pamphlet that I'm supposed to carry around and read.
He did get to do Tales at least, but yeah, reuniting with the original creators would have been cool, yeah.
More importantly, is the taste of after chicken the same as the aftertaste of chicken? I think it's chicken grease. I hope my roommates don't get upset. No way am I picking that up with my hands.
Might as well get to work.
Looks like you missed a spot.
What a jerk!
Oi, you missed a spot.
Come on.
You missed a spot.
Is that your catchphrase?
Looks like you missed a spot.
Seriously, get some...
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Okay.
Oh, nuts.
It's Murray!
Murray?
Indeed, I am Murray, the all-powerful demonic skull. But you have me at a disadvantage with it, zombie man. Have we met before?
No, but I'm a big fan! Yes, at a demonic skull party.
No, but I'm a big fan.
Ah, my reputation precedes me, like the locusts before the storm.
Locusts?
But I will sign no autographs. A curse of painful boils on your left foot for exposing me. I'm here undercover, gathering valuable information.
No, he's the spy?
Captain Madison.
Madison? Very interesting.
Ooh, I probably should not have said that. Do me a favor and keep it to yourself, withered zombie man.
No problem.
Screwed.
Yep. 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 Well, I can't see much through this thing. I wonder what it's made out of.
ghost chicken feed?
I don't think so. Thanks, chicken. Don't bite my fingers off, okay? I wonder what it's made out of.
Guess I can take some more. I don't know what that does. I don't feel like just sitting here feeding the... Oh, here we go. A new crew member pamphlet. Betrayed. Get inspired. Follow LeChuck's lead. Betray trust. Throw tantrums. Commit fraud. Overstay your welcome. Bear false witness. Destroy the beloved. Destroy the beautiful. Threaten bodily harm. Commit bodily harm. Murder those who get in your way. Condensed from the book The LeChuck Way. Get to work. Don't get fired. The ship is enchanted to be unboardable by anyone but her crew. That includes you. So don't worry about it unless you get fired. Then worry.
Going somewhere, Swabby? You haven't cleaned up that mess. Get back to mobbing.
I'm feeling just the slightest twinge of regret about the choices I've made up to this point.
Okay, well, the real question here is... what can I do?
I think it's chicken grease. I hope my roommates don't get upset.
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
Hey, an off day. How you doing? Welcome in.
I'll just put a little dab on there.
Wait a minute. No. Swab the ghost chicken.
Hey! Knock it off.
All right, I gotta swab the hole 20 times. I thought maybe that was gonna be an achievement for messing with Murray. You think you tried something, but the controller defeated you? Huh. I'm not sure what that might have been. If you want, I mean, I won't take that as a hint. What was it that I tried, but you think the controller defeated me? I wouldn't consider that a hint. If I already figured it out, I just don't know what it was.
I'm warning you. Hey! I'm warning you.
I think you tried doing something with the screws earlier, but the hotspot kept popping back to the center of the window. Oh, okay, well, let's see. Oh, greased screw. There we go.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. Greased screw. Can we do something now with that? No?
How come you're working for Captain Madison? I thought you were your own man. Skull.
I owe her a favor. It's none of your business.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hate to say it, as it is 9 o'clock here. I know. I'm going to wait until next Tuesday. We're going to solve the rest of this next Tuesday. I'll get out of the hold then. But maybe with a fresh mind, it'll be a little more obvious to me anyway, so. All right. But I do need to call it a night. You just noticed Ghost Chicken has a ghost egg inside? Oh, does it? Oh my God, you're right. There's a ghost egg inside the chicken. That's funny. They did such an amazing job with the detail in this. Sometimes it's just very subtle. Lucasfilm Games. I like how they used it Lucasfilm Games and not LucasArts. Although I wished it would still say LucasArts, but... I'm really enjoying this. This is a great game. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, this is a blast. I've still got 26 achievements left. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Let me start off by saying thank you very much, Duncan Thrax, for coming in right off the bat. I mean, just before we got started, 30 Gigantify bits right before the stream started, plus 100 bits, and resubbed for 3 months. Freaking awesome. And then another... oh, I didn't see the on-screen celebration, Duncan Thrax. Holy crap, I am really sorry that I missed that. I can't see it, and there's no way for me to get an alert for it, which I absolutely hate. Thank you for the 40 bits on the on-screen celebration there. And Red Brown also, good God, 23 months, almost 2 years. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I'll be back on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on GOGCOM. I think I know what I'm going to play, but we'll make it official tomorrow. I just need to double-check it in the morning. But we'll also be back on Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern with Albion, which I'm really starting to dig now, so I'm really enjoying that one. But for 8-Bit Gamers, you're welcome very much. You're very much welcome. Thank you all for being here. I will see you guys real soon. Be safe, and as always, have a safe and wonderful week. Take care.
Want some rye? Of course you do.